This is Audible.
Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reid, narrated by Tortom. Prologue. October 2016, Montreal. Shane Hollander was as close to losing it as he ever allowed himself to get. He'd endured 2 periods and 12 minutes of one of the most frustrating hockey games he'd ever played. It should have been a glorious win at home for his Montreal Voyageurs against their arch-rivals, the Boston Bears. Instead, it had been a grueling humiliation, and the score stood at 4-1 for Boston, with less than 8 minutes left on the clock. Shane had had no less than 5 beautiful scoring chances. He'd taken shots that should never have missed, but they had, and the Bears had capitalized on the Voyageurs' mistakes. One man had capitalized more than anyone, the most hated man in Montreal, Ilya Rozanov. The near-century-old rivalry between the Montreal and Boston NHL teams had, over the past 6 seasons, become personified by Hollander and Rozanov. Their intense animosity was clear even to the fans in the farthest, cheapest seats. Hollander bent at the face-off circle now, facing Rozanov as the referee prepared to drop the puck after the Russians' second goal of the game. "Having a good night?" Rozanov asked cheerfully. His hazel eyes sparkled the way they always did when he was talking shit. "Fuck you," Hollander growled. "Still time for a hat trick, I think." Rozanov mused, his English barely comprehensible between his thick accent and his mouthguard. "Should I do it now or wait until last minute? More exciting that way, yes?" Hollander gritted his teeth around his own mouthguard and didn't answer. "Shut up, Rozanov," the referee said. "Last warning." Rozanov stopped talking, but he managed to find an even more effective way of getting under Hollander's skin. He winked, and then he won the face-off. Fuck! Jean-Jacques Boiseau, the Voyageurs' giant Haitian-Canadian defenseman, hurled his stick at the wall of their dressing room. "That's enough, JJ," Shane said, but there was no real threat behind it. To make it clear that he was in no mood to fight or even argue with anyone, he slumped into his dressing room stall. Shane's left-wing line-mate, Hayden Pike, sat on the bench next to him as always. "You all right?" Hayden asked quietly. "Sure," Shane said flatly. He tipped his head back until it met the cool wall behind him and closed his eyes. Using the word passionate to describe Montreal hockey fans would be an understatement. Montreal loved the Voyageurs to the point of absurdity. Their arena was one of the toughest places for visiting teams to play, because they faced not only one of the best teams in the league, but the loudest fans in the league as well. The fans also had no problem letting their own beloved team know exactly how disappointed they were with them. But when Montreal fans were really devastated, like they had been tonight, they were almost silent, and that was Shane Hollander's least favorite sound. "You know what would be sweet?" Hayden asked. "You know that movie, The Purge, where you get to, break whatever laws for one night with no consequences?" "Sort of," Shane said. "Man, if that was real, I would murder the fuck out of Rozanov." Shane laughed. He couldn't disagree that bludgeoning that smug Russian face would be at least a little satisfying. Their coach entered the room and voiced his disappointment with remarkable calm. It was early in the season. This had been their first regular season matchup against Boston, and they had been playing well most games. This was a glitch. They would move on. Then it was time to face the press. At that moment, Shane would have preferred to see a pack of starving wolves enter the room, but he knew there was no avoiding the reporters. They always wanted to talk to him specifically after every game, and especially after games where he faced Rozanov. He pulled his sweat-soaked jersey off over his head, so the CCM-branded athletic undershirt would be seen on camera, part of his endorsement contract. A semicircle of cameras, lights, and microphones formed around him. "Hey, guys," Shane said tiredly. They asked their boring questions, and Shane gave them boring answers. What could he even say? They'd lost. It was a hockey game, and one team lost, and that